Welcome to the pig farm at our DenkaFarm Innovation Centre, a new innovative research location for the pig farming sector. A modern research facility where we perform different types of feed research with piglets and sows. This is how we create knowledge, each and every day. In this way, we find the best solutions, which help pig farmers to further improve their results. The pig farm is a high-quality research facility with an optimum environment for keeping piglets and sows, as well as receiving visitors. There is room for 260 sows, which produce around 8,000 piglets a year. Let's take a look inside. We find ourselves in the visitors' corridor. As a visitor, you can walk through the corridor past the pens, where you can see the animals. But today, we're taking you inside the pens themselves. Follow me. The departments are lighted by energy-efficient LED lights. Now we're going into the adaptation room. The youngest replacement gilts share a pen. When they're 5 months old, we move them to a pen where they are trained to eat from a feeding station. This makes their transition into the larger group easier. In the mating room, you will find extra fluorescent lighting. This helps stimulate the oestrus of the sows. The corridors in front of the crates have doors per 5 crates to work with the boar. This stimulates a proper standing reflex during insemination. On the ceiling, we can see a rail with a worktop for insemination supplies. The feed intake of each individual animal is registered with the Farotech system. For the gestation room, we use picto slats. These have an acid-resistant top layer and an innovative slit for manure. Did you know that we can close the slats with plastic strips? That way we can create more closed floor space in an instant. The gestation department has 4 feeding stations in which we can choose to offer 2 different types of feed. The feeding station storage is filled by a computer-operated dry feed installation. This makes it easy to switch between different types of feed. In the farrowing room, the temperature is kept at optimum levels. Sensor-driven heat lamps ensure the ideal temperature for the newborn piglets in their nest. The space around the nest can have a lower temperature, so the sows can get rid of their excess heat. To improve the welfare of the animals, we have opted for free farrowing pens. These are larger than usual. There is also extra space to place feeding bowls for the piglets, which means we can research the intake and effects of supplemental feeding of the sucking piglets. The sows are fed individually with a sensor-driven Farotech system. This means the sow can decide when she eats. We can monitor her eating habits perfectly. The piglets are fed in the maternity department. Besides researching traditional uses of types of pre-starters, we're also researching innovative feeding systems. That is how we help pig farmers make the right choice. One of the farrowing rooms has a Nutrix Plus liquid feeding installation for piglets. The dispensing of feed is sensor-driven. The other farrowing room has a cup system. In both rooms, we can provide 2 types of feed at the same time. 1 type of feed per row. After being weaned, the piglets go to the nursery. For research purposes, they are housed in smaller groups. The nursery is heated by means of a heat recovery system. We use the heat recovered from the floor of the gestation room. The computer-driven feed installation allows us to provide the piglets with 9 different types of feed. To ensure accurate research, brushes have been installed on the feeding chain. These prevent cross-contamination of feed. And finally, there's the digestibility room. This houses 24 pens with 2 piglets each. In these pens, we can collect the manure and urine separately. We can also carefully measure the feed and water intake. This gives us great insight into how the piglets digest different types of feed or specific raw materials. Our new research centre is fully equipped to sustainably keep piglets and sows, and to practically conduct feed research. This is how we create knowledge. Knowledge we can use to improve our feed concepts. Knowledge we would like to share with you, so that the pig farmers who use our products can achieve more profit. DenkaFarm Innovation Centre. Creating knowledge to share knowledge.